Yo, what's going on? So today I am going to show you how to thermoform your checks. All right, I have to say checks for copyright reasons. I can't say the other word, so we're going to refer to them as checks. All right, so it's very simple. A lot of people ask me the question, how do I do it? Is it easy? Believe it or not, it takes like 5 minutes, literally. So here's what you need before you begin. Obviously, you need a shoe. If you don't have a shoe, that's on you. That's not my problem, okay? All right, the next thing you need, which comes included with the order, is a custom #0 screwdriver that says Shoemaker. I'll provide that for you. I provide the hardware, not only the screwdriver, but look at this. If this were currency, I'd be rich. But I'm also going to provide you with the amount of screws that you need for your order. So depending on how many checks you order, this has to, a pair would be 2, so I would send you 4 screws, right? So I'm going to send you the screws and the screwdriver along with a QR code on the bag that all you have to do is scan to see this video if you haven't seen it already. This is your first time, thank you for tuning in, okay? So that's all you need, plus some heavy duty gloves. Now these are Husky gloves. I got them from Home Depot for $10. That's all you need, $10. And since you are a customizer, you probably already have one of these. It's a $25 heat gun that you can get from Home Depot. If you don't have one already, it probably means that you are not a customizer, and you can go get this for $25 at Home Depot. It reaches 300 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius because I've been in America my whole life. I'm not proud of it. I'm not that cultured, but I plan to be. Shout out to the UK. Okay, all right. So we're going to turn this into this using these. All right, with everything that I told you you need, I'm providing 2 out of the 4. You got to get your own gloves and you need to get your own gun. Okay, here we go. All right, putting this shoe to the side. So what I like to start off by doing, we're going to do the red dripping swoosh. You can get this on the website. I believe a pair for $22. All right, so what I like to do, sometimes actually what I personally like to do is I like to throw mine in the oven. If that's you, this is the way that I taught people to do it before. This is where the name Shoemaker came from. I literally took the acrylic checks and I will put them on a pan like this. And pretty much I will lay them down and you put them in the oven at 300 degrees for 6 minutes, no more than that, okay? If you have the mirrored swoosh, you want to be face down when you put them in the oven. Otherwise, it'll start bubbling and it can ruin the foil on the back, okay? So you do that for 6 minutes at 300 degrees. But I'm going to show you a different way today. You're still baking. You are still technically a baker if you do this, and I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Papa Baker's proud. I hope you like that awkward silence. Okay, all right, so what I do is I line up the check with the actual check. I line up the check with the swoosh on the shoe, all right? And I normally start with the front hole. So what I'll do with the screws that I provide, and no, they do not poke through. They don't, surprisingly, okay? I put it inside. You do not need to pre-drill a hole. That's the beauty of it. See, the Air Force One is genuine leather, meaning that it's going to grip the screw and it's not going to loosen. I mean, it can loosen, but that's why we actually send this with you. But I haven't had, actually, I've had 1 screw loosen up on me. I grabbed the screwdriver, tightened it back up, and it hasn't loosened since then. All right, so then you drop it inside the hole. Take your screwdriver, the Phillips side, not the flat. And you're gonna use your middle finger or index finger, your less dominant hand, right? The hand inside of the shoe. You're gonna use one of those fingers to press up against the hole of the check and the screw. Pretty much to press up against the screw. And as you press up, you're gonna push down with the screwdriver and twist counterclockwise. Now listen, I messed up. What I meant to say was clockwise, not counterclockwise. My bad. Look, I'm already in there. It's snug. It's nice. I like that. Now you don't want to over twist it. So at this point, what I like to pretty much do the 2-finger check. At the point that I can't twist it with my 2 fingers anymore, I have it. Don't over twist it. You don't want to strip the leather of what's gripping it, okay? So you don't want to like overdo that. All right, so like now as you can see, it is not formed to the shoe. The check is still straight. Now this is where thermoforming comes in. The process of thermoforming is pretty much taking the plastic or the acrylic and heating it up to a certain temperature where it then becomes like gelatin. Now you are heating it up to a point of 300 degrees, which is why you need these gloves. I am not liable if you hurt yourself because I'm telling you, you need these gloves. All right, so you're gonna put the gloves on. Just like that, all right? And so what you're going to do is actually just lay the shoe down flat, take your heat gun that you got for $25 from Home Depot, and I'm going to do my best to drop these links. This is my first time really being on YouTube, so give me grace. And then you're just going to heat it up. Now, before you heat it up, make sure you stay at least 6 inches away from the shoe. You don't want to burn the leather. You just more so want to cook the acrylic. So the way that I do it before I actually do it is I do about maybe 30 seconds hovering over top, 6 inches away. And then I'll do another 30 seconds going like shooting down the acrylic. And what you'll start to see is the acrylic bending. And it's like it's heating up and it's bending and forming to the shoe. And once you have it to that point of being like gelatin, then you're gonna drop the heat gun and just press it and hold it there for about 30 seconds until it cools off, and then it's formed to your shoe. So I'm going to show you what I just talked about. Now it doesn't look like much has changed, but the acrylic is actually very soft. So you can actually see me press it down just like that. And then I'm gonna hold it there. Now, although you're wearing heavy duty gloves, you'll still feel that heat, so you wanna keep your fingers moving. You don't wanna stay in one spot for too long, but the places that I normally press on is the back, the top point, and then I press somewhere around the middle. And I just keep my fingers moving around the check, just making sure that it stays formed. Check it from above, see what you got. Now, what I like about this process is that in a way it's actually kind of faster than waiting for the oven to heat up and, you know, like peeling it up, putting it on. That process can take, you know, close to about 10 minutes, where this takes about 5. Now, the reason that I use an oven, for one, is because I am the shoe baker. And for two, I normally heat up multiple checks at a time because I'm working on multiple projects. Actually, I'm going to keep that glove on. So now that you have the check heated up and formed to the shoe, you're gonna hold that back panel just like that. You're gonna hold that back panel just like that. And then you're gonna drop the screw inside. And do exactly what I shared with you before, where you're gonna use the opposite hand to apply pressure at the bottom while you push down and twist counterclockwise. So that's twice now that I messed up. I meant to say clockwise, not counterclockwise. A baker mess up sometimes, but he get back up again. 2-finger check. And there you have it. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and install this one, the Friday the 13th check. Actually, this time, Carlos, I want you to time me just so we can show them how quick of an install it actually is. Ready, go. There you have it. That is how you thermoform the acrylic check. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button, hit the share button, and save it because you know you want to come back to the video later. And if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. I don't know why I said smash, I just heard other YouTubers say it. So I would greatly appreciate it if you did that. Bake something good.
Yes.